Hello and welcome to the video. This video is going to be about the Feiyu Tech A1000 gimbal and my opinions on it. So this is probably going to be shot over a load of different days because it's going to take me quite a while to review this. First that I want to start with is, why did I buy this gimbal? I already have the first Xeon crane and it balances my A7 III on there. Reasons why I bought this gimbal is because I'd seen quite a few good reviews about it. I found it on Amazon and it was a Prime deal and I got it for £200. Mostly reason why I got it though is because this claims that it can hold up to 1.7 kilos, whereas my first Xeon crane can only hold a kilo. So I'm hoping it'll be able to hold the A7 III with some larger lenses on it, and we will try that later. Opening, what's in the box? Inside the box is the gimbal, the battery charger, a little tripod and some cables to connect your camera to the gimbal. From what I've seen online, then the way to tell whether you've got the updated version of this gimbal that holds the extra weight is based on the tripod. So if you've got the tripod that's slightly bigger and has the little red ring around it, then you know that it's the upgraded one. Also, obviously it has a massive sticker on the front of the box saying that it holds that weight. So setting up, I have done a video on how to balance the A7 III with this gimbal. I'm not going to put it into this video because it will take a very long time, I'm sure, so I'll just link that up there and you can check that out if you like. First thing to talk about then is the different modes on this gimbal. So if you just click through the modes once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times, you'll access those different modes. So the first mode is lock mode. The second is pan and tilt mode. The third is selfie mode. The fourth is time-lapse mode. So with time-lapse mode, you hit the button 4 times, you then move the gimbal to its starting position, press the button again, move the gimbal to its ending position, and press the button again, and it will then slowly tilt itself from position A to position B. You can control the speed that it does this by connecting to the app. Now, I should just explain what this trigger on the back of the gimbal does. Now, you can press it twice when it's in any mode and that will reset it back to the very first mode, which is lock. Also, if you're in pan and tilt mode, if you hold down that trigger, then it will lock the gimbal in the position that it's in. So rather than panning up and down, you hold onto the trigger and it stays in exactly the same place no matter how you move it until you let go of that trigger. Most importantly then, how much weight can this carry? I've got rid of my Sony A7III now and the 18-105 lens, which I was hoping to test on this, but what I do have is a few of my old lenses here. So the Samyang 85mm, and I've got the A7 III kit lens here as well. So I'll try balancing it with each of them and show their weight. So this is the Sony A7III, and together with the camera it weighs 879 grams. This is the Sony A7 III kit lens, and together with the camera it weighs 978 grams. And this is the Samyang 85mm 1.4, and together with the camera it weighs 1238 grams. So still not up to the maximum weight, but very front heavy, this one. So the gimbal does balance the 85mm 1.4, but it's really front heavy. It isn't at the maximum weight load that it can take, but you have to push the camera right far back. So what we definitely recommend is getting a longer quick release plate so that you can bring the camera further back so it won't bounce around as much. So the battery life. Feiyu Tech claims 12 hours on this. I've definitely used this gimbal for about 12 hours now and I've only ever charged it once, so that claim seems about right. Right, next let's get into some sample footage. So the pros and cons that I found about this gimbal. The pros are, firstly, the quick release plate. I didn't have that on the first Xeon Crane, and I found it really helpful with this. You just balance the gimbal once, and then you can take the camera on and off, easy to change batteries, things like that, and it makes it really easy to change back again. You can tell that it's really well made, especially for the price. It's really good. Mostly metal construction and then rubber on the handle here. I really like how it's made with the motor being pointed down at the back. That way you can actually see the camera. It can see into the monitor on the back of the camera. I didn't used to be able to see very easily on the back of the Xeon Crane because of where the motor was. I like that there are these 2 extra screws on the sides, so if you wanted to, you could add a microphone, you could add a monitor, that kind of thing. Also like how easy this breaks down for traveling. So you just unscrew in the middle here, the top comes off, and then it goes into a bag really easily. It's also got 2 little rubber bits that go over the connections to make sure they don't get damaged. What I don't like about this gimbal then, tightening the screws on the quick release plate, you seem to just tighten, and you never really get it that tight, and you can still move the camera forward and backwards. It's a little bit worrying. Also, because the handle's quite small, this button on the back you can press by accident as you're walking with it. So, overall, what do I think about this gimbal? I'm really impressed for the price. I would definitely say watch out and get it on offer from Amazon like I did. It is really good for the money. It's very close in terms of quality to the Xeon Crane. It's not quite as smooth, but it's very close, and for half the price I think it's really good. So will I be returning it to Amazon? I've actually taken such a long time to review this that I've gone past the return period. So no, I will not be returning this to Amazon, but I'm not too concerned about that. I really like this gimbal and will continue to use it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.